Are you a culinary enthusiast or an aspiring chef, striving to perfect not just the taste but the look of your dishes? Do you find yourself wondering why your plates don't look as appealing as those in high-end restaurants or photos on Instagram? Imagine if, with just a few simple tweaks, your dishes could go from homemade to haute cuisine in presentation. Well, in this video, we're going to explore 5 mistakes that could be sabotaging your dish and how to overcome them. But remember, we eat with our eyes, so even small mistakes in plate design can greatly diminish the perceived value of your dish. It's not only about losing the visual appeal, but also about not fully showcasing your culinary talents, potentially leaving your guests, followers or diners less than impressed. So in this video, we'll delve into the importance of doing your culinary homework and the art of planning your plate's layout before the first spoon hits the surface, and the precision needed to turn a dish into a masterpiece. We'll also explore the right tools that can make or break any presentation, and why practicing your plating is crucial. Plus, if you hang around until the end, we'll give you a bonus tip on how to elevate your presentation. So, by the end, you'll know not only how to serve beautiful dishes, but be serving wonderful stories on a plate. Now, as some of you may have seen from the Food Envy podcast, I've had the pleasure of sitting down with loads of top chefs to talk to them about food aesthetics and plate design. And it's given me an amazing insight into how they approach this tricky task. The trouble is, it's one of those creative endeavours that seems so simple when done by talented individuals who've been doing it for 10, maybe 20 years. But when a novice like me tries it, it's way harder than it looks. So how do us culinary mere mortals get started? Well, like many things, it starts before you even pick up your knife. Now I know this probably isn't the sexy or exciting answer you were hoping for, but it's the foundation to great plating. But without research, a dish's presentation might not align with its cuisine, leading to a disconnection between the food's flavour profile and its visual presentation. Staying informed about current plating trends is vital. Trends in the culinary world, just like fashion or technology, are constantly evolving, and what was popular a few years ago might now be outdated. Research helps in understanding what's currently appealing to diners and can inspire new ideas. But by ignoring this, you risk using outdated or overused techniques that can make a dish look cliched rather than innovative, potentially diminishing the diner's experience. For example, a few of the chefs I've had on the podcast are now avoiding swipes and splashes on the plate.
Swipes of puree, that's something that was huge when I first sort of moved to Glasgow and then London. Swipes of purees, they were everywhere, and there was all the different kinds you could do and everything, and even like hitting it with a spoon.
Yeah,
so
you get the splatter.
Yeah, but you rarely see that now.
Okay,
rarely see that now, but that used to be massive.
Yeah. Used sparingly in the right way, a swipe of sauce can still be effective, but it really has suffered from being overused, so use it at your peril. Different cuisines have different plating aesthetics. For instance, a minimalist Japanese presentation emphasises negative space, while a hearty Italian dish might focus on abundance and colour.
We've taken a lot of influences recently from some of the Japanesey food, which has been wonderful for art. Again, quite simplistic. They take key ingredients.
Yeah, great ingredients.
Great key ingredients that are super quality, and then they don't mess around with them too much. And that is really the essence of where my brain is now with food.
Yep. Research helps in respecting and accurately representing these cultural nuances. One of my favourite pieces of advice in life is to surround yourself with people who are better than you, and that certainly applies to plating. By not researching, we miss out on learning from the masters of the craft. Many renowned chefs share their techniques and philosophies in books, interviews and online content, which can be a rich source of inspiration. Another research tip given to me by pretty much every single chef was to go out and eat as widely and as regularly as possible. We're lucky that so much information is online, but you cannot beat the physical experience of dining out in an amazing restaurant to find new and exciting influences. Merge this with travelling abroad and you're on the path to success. Which chefs or restaurants do you go to for inspiration? Let me know in the comments below. But it can also be good to get influence from outside the cooking space too. Having an understanding of concepts like colour theory, composition and design from the worlds of photography, art, fashion and design can provide valuable insights equally applicable to plate design. So effective research is not just about avoiding mistakes. It's about pushing the boundaries of creativity in plate design. It's an ongoing process that keeps a home cook or chef's work fresh, relevant and respectful of the diverse culinary world. Just like a painter needs a sketch, a chef needs a vision for their plate before they begin. For me, pre-planning the layout is essential. It starts with visualising the final dish, considering how each element like proteins, vegetables, sauces and garnishes will come together. This is not just about placement, but also how these components complement each other visually and in taste. Pre-planning ensures balance and proportion on the plate, preventing overcrowding or a sparse look. It also involves thinking about colour coordination, which enhances the dish visual appeal, and can create a cohesive theme. Sometimes a dish will tell a story or follow a theme. Pre-planning helps in the aligning of the plate with this narrative, whether it's a seasonal theme, a cultural reference, or a personal touch. It's about creating an experience, not just serving food. When this crucial step is overlooked, the consequences can be clear. We see inconsistent presentations where each plate might look different from the other, leading to a varied diner experience. It can lead to wasted ingredients through trial and error, and in a professional setting, it causes time inefficiencies during peak hours. Surprisingly, a lack of planning can even stifle creativity, as chefs might revert to familiar patterns under pressure. To avoid these pitfalls, chefs can sketch out the layout before plating. It doesn't need to be artistic, but a simple sketch acts as a roadmap.
If you look through one of my notebooks, you probably will find some doodles.
Oh, good.
They often happen very late at night when you're trying to think of this and you're maybe having a beer upstairs.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, a few doodles do help to get that base idea. And then when we throw those ingredients on the plate, carefully place them there. Then we'll develop that a little bit further. Maybe it's not exactly as a doodle.
Practice runs with real or mock ingredients allow for refining the presentation without any pressure. Do you have a plan or a picture in your head before you put the first ingredient on the plate? Or do you sketch it out? Let me know below, and if you have any tips that we can all learn from. Pre-planning can also be as simple as having your mise en place ready, so having your sauces, ingredients and garnishes prepped and ready to go at the time of plating. It's amazing how much this will improve your plating abilities. It's also important to be mindful about how each component of the dish interacts both in flavour and texture. Lastly, feedback and iteration are key to polishing the final presentation. Pre-planning the layout of a dish is more than just a technicality. It's about envisioning and creating a story and experience with each dish. A well-planned plate reflects the chef's foresight, creativity and respect for their culinary art. Precision in plating is what elevates a good dish to be a great dish. It's about placing each element on the plate with care and intention, creating a visually appealing and balanced composition. This attention to detail not only makes the dish stand out, but also enhances its appetizing qualities. But precision isn't all about aesthetics. It profoundly affects how each dish is eaten and how the flavors unfold for the diner. A strategically plated dish can guide the diner through a memorable flavor journey. Moreover, precision reflects professionalism and care, indicating that a lot of thought has gone into preparing the meal. In a professional setting, this is key to maintaining consistency across servings, crucial for the quality and reputation. A lack of precision can result in a plate looking messy or cluttered, which diminishes the visual appeal. It can confuse the intended flavour profile, leading to an uneven distribution of taste in each bite. This can be perceived as a lack of effort or skill, negatively affecting the diner's experience and perception of the chef. Furthermore, inconsistency in services arrive without precise plating guidelines, leading to a varied experience amongst diners. To achieve precision, chefs use tools like tweezers, piping bags and rings. These tools allow more control and finer detail in plating, but we'll talk about these later. Precision, like any skill, improves with practice and repetition. Paying attention to the smallest details, such as the angle of a garnish, the drizzle of a sauce, can make a significant difference. Now, like with many things in life, there are exceptions to the rule, and in plate design we have to address the elephant in the room. That of messy plating. It's a style pioneered by Massimo Baratta.
Over in Italy, yeah. So I think the biggest thing that came from that was, oops, I dropped the lemon tart.
Yeah.
His sous chef was bringing the dish over to the pass and he dropped it and he was in bits. He was almost crying because he'd messed up the service.
Yeah.
And Massimo turned to him and said, do you know what? It's okay. I like it like this. And he was in shock because the chef was in disbelief.
Yeah.
Because, okay. And a whole food style was born from that moment in time.
Learning from experts through classes, videos, books provides valuable insights to the technique for precise plating. Precision in plating is an essential aspect of culinary presentation, not just a technical skill. It's an art that requires patience, practice, and a keen eye for detail. It elevates the dish from being merely eaten to being experienced and remembered. As we continue to explore more common mistakes in plate design, remember, it's the little details that make a big difference. The right tools are not just accessories, but necessities in the art of plate design. Like with many jobs, be it engineering, medicine, or even DIY, the right tools are the backbone to precision and consistency. And this is no different in plate design. They enable chefs to replicate designs accurately and ensure each plate is a reflection of their vision. Whether it's placing delicate garnishes or creating the perfect swoosh, the right tools will make all the difference. They don't just facilitate precision, they expand the creative possibilities. Different tools like squeeze bottles, brushes, tweezers, and rings bring their own unique touches to a dish's presentation. And in the fast-paced environment of a busy kitchen, these tools are also key to efficiency, speeding the plating process without compromising on quality. Remember, the quality of your tools directly impacts the quality of your presentation. Without the appropriate tools, chefs might find their presentation styles limited, leading to less imaginative plates. The lack of proper tools can also cause inconsistencies, with each plate looking different. This could lead to increased time and effort in achieving the desired presentation, which is far from ideal in the high pressure of a kitchen. Moreover, improvising with inappropriate tools can result in presentation that looks unprofessional and failing to meet the diner's expectations. Choosing the right tools starts with understanding the functionality of each. What task does each tool excel in? Investing in high quality tools can significantly enhance your plating. These tools not only last longer, but they also yield better results. And regular maintenance of your tools is also critical. Dull knives, clogged squeezy bottles, or bent tweezers can greatly hinder your plating efforts. Lastly, continuous learning about new tools, techniques in the culinary world is essential. It keeps your presentations fresh and innovative, so the right tools in plate design is not a luxury, but a necessity. They reflect the chef's commitment to their craft and significantly impact the efficiency and visual appeal of their dishes. As we journey through the world of plate design, remember the right tools can elevate your culinary creations from good to extraordinary. Thank you so much for watching this video. Your support is really humbling and very much appreciated. But if I can ask you one favour, it would be for you to mash that subscribe button. It really helps this channel to continue growing and means I can continue to produce more content like this. So if you want to see more on food aesthetics and plate design, you know what to do. Let's delve into why practice is more than just repetition. It's the key to mastering the art of plate design. Practice in plating is crucial for developing both skill and confidence. Like in any art form, the more you practice, the more adept and confident you become at executing intricate and visually stunning designs. Through regular practice, chefs refine their techniques, find shortcuts, and gain deeper understanding of how different elements harmonize on the plate. It can also be a playground for experimentation and creativity, allowing chefs to explore new ideas, develop new styles. Moreover, practice can make chefs adapt to the various ingredients and dishes, enabling them to adjust their techniques to suit different textures and presentations. The repercussions of neglecting practice can be significant. Inconsistency in plating is a common outcome, where quality of presentation varies greatly. The journey to acquiring and refining plating skills slows down considerably without practice. Chefs find themselves less adaptable to new styles, limiting their versatility. In the fast-paced world of commercial kitchens where efficiency is paramount, lack of practice can lead to slower plating times, impacting the overall productivity of the kitchen. To weave practice into your cooking routine, setting aside regular time for it is crucial. This might involve experimenting with new techniques or focusing on areas of weakness. Mock plating sessions during offbeat hours can provide a stress-free environment to hone skill. And like all areas of life, learning from mistakes is also an essential part of the journey. Understanding what didn't work and how to improve it is essential. Seeking feedback from peers, mentors, or even customers offers valuable insights, while drawing inspiration from other chefs and food artists can ignite those creative ideas. Practice in plating is not merely about doing the same thing repeatedly, it's about constantly learning and evolving. It's an indispensable process that enhances a chef's technical abilities and fosters creativity and adaptability. Regular practice ensures that chefs are always prepared to present dishes that are not just flavorful, but visually remarkable, making every plate a work of art. And now, as promised, a bonus tip. Alongside mastering plating techniques and avoiding common mistakes, there is another crucial aspect of presentation: the choice of plate. It may sound cliched, but the plate truly is the canvas for your culinary creations. The right plate choice complements and enhances the dish's colours, texture, and overall appeal. It also influences perception. The size, colour, and shape of the plate can impact how the dish is perceived. For instance, a brightly coloured plate might make the food pop, while a minimalist plate can highlight simplicity and elegance. Additionally, plates can be chosen to align with the meal's theme or context, like a rustic plate for a farm-to-table dish, or a sleek one for a contemporary gourmet meal. Even the psychology of colour and design play a role, affecting your diner's appetite and enjoyment. Choosing the wrong plate can certainly have unintended consequences. A plate that clashes with the food in colour or style can detract from the dish's visual appeal. It can also misrepresent a dish, like serving a traditional meal on a very modern plate, which might not align with the intended culinary experience. Overly ornate or patterned plates can distract from the food, making the presentation look cluttered. Plus, the size and colour of a plate can impact the perceived flavour and portion size, potentially leading to a less satisfying dining experience. To maximise the place choice, understanding colour theory is key. It helps in selecting plates that either complement or appealingly contrast the food. The size and shape of the dish should be appropriate for the food being served. Additionally, the material of the plate, whether it's ceramic, glass or metal, contributes to the dining experience. affecting both the visual appeal and practical aspects, like heat retention. Experimenting with different plates and seeking feedback can help find the perfect match for a dish. The choice of plate is a critical element of culinary presentation. It's more than just a vessel for food, it's a significant part of the dining experience, contributing to the story each dish tells. Thoughtful plate selection can elevate a dish from being merely just served to being showcased, enhancing its visual appeal and overall dining experience. And there you have it. Our journey through the 5 mistakes that are sabotaging your plate design comes to an end. Let's quickly recap. Overlooking the importance of colour balance. Remember, colours make or break the visual appeal of a dish, not planning the layout in advance. A well thought out layout is essential for harmonious and appealing presentation. A lack of precision in plating. Precision is key to turning a good dish into a great one, not using the right tools. The right tools can elevate your plating from ordinary to extraordinary. Lack of practice. Patience is essential for mastering the art of plating. Avoiding these mistakes will not only enhance the beauty of your dishes, but also elevate your culinary skills to new heights. But don't stop there. To dive deeper into the world of professional plating, I highly recommend the Food Envy podcast. It's a fantastic resource to see how pro chefs plate in their actual restaurants and how they develop their unique styles and techniques. And if you're creating more, be sure to watch 9 Michelin plating secrets right here on this channel. It's packed with insider tips and tricks that can transform your plating game. We're building a community of food loves and culinary artists here at Dining Fables, so come on, get involved. Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know your plating experiences. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. Your engagement will really help us all to grow and learn from each other, turning every meal into a visual feast. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep creating dining fables worth telling.